And it's Ken Kraetzer for Sons of American Legion Radio, RallyPoint.com. We're at the Maritime College in Throgs Neck, New York, and our update from head football coach Vincent DiGaetano. And Coach, you played a good Husson team. They got out ahead early, and then you had quite an exciting finish. Tell us a little bit about your game last week.
Well, I mean, we understood and we knew that when they were going to get here, they check all the boxes when it comes to athletes and well-coached and experienced players together. We knew there were going to be ups and downs during the course of the game. I think we prepared for it mentally during the course of the week, and our players really responded, especially in the second half coming out. Just unfortunately didn't end up the way we wanted it to end up. Some things we were able to control at the end of the game, some things were not, and obviously it just didn't shake out the way we wanted it to be. But we did. I'm very proud of everything that we were able to accomplish during the course of the game. We had a great crowd, we had great people there, and our players were able to respond, which really sets us up for the next couple of weeks too.
Very good. Maybe tell us a little bit about some of your top offensive and defensive performers in the game.
Well, I think a little bit of it too was we finally established a little bit more of the run at portions of the game, especially its portions of the second half, and Nick Mormon got going a little bit too, freshman from Louisiana, so we were definitely proud with that. Tommy Wright again was able to kind of spread the ball out throughout the air, and he was able to take advantage of some things with Brandon Drumgoal and with Christian Castle. Got a little bit of the tight end into the mix there too. So we're doing a pretty good job with that kind of stuff. It's just really looking to advance it week by week and build off of it.
Coach, what do you tell a team when you get behind early in a game and you got to stabilize it and then start to get back piece by piece, drive by drive, touchdown or field goal each score? How do you tell the team that they can get back in the game?
I think important thing, it just comes back to when you get down by, I think, more than one score, especially more than one touchdown, I think our focus is just half the lead. I think if we're able to go ahead and half the lead and just kind of get it in within striking distance and work to get the thing within one score. If we can get the thing within one score, I think, and just kind of control some of the things that happen during the course of the game, it's just going to be very, very helpful to our guys mentally, not to try to get all of them. I mean, there's no such thing as a 14-point touchdown unless the rules change. I don't know that anything has changed with that, but they're not going to get it all back on one play, especially when you go down by a little bit. So I think it's just a matter of taking your time and trying to control what you can control, and really working towards getting back into a situation that's winnable.
Very good. Now you go to upstate New York to Alfred State. Tell us a little bit about your opponent that you'll play on Saturday.
Well, it's a new opponent to the conference. They're in their second year in this conference. They have a first-year head coach, I think, over there that has really done some tremendous things with the program. I mean, you can see it on film. We know that they're generally young, but we also know that they're setting up a great foundation over there. It'll be a great experience. It's the first time that our program actually gets to go to Alfred State to play over there. So it's going to be their homecoming. So we imagine it'll be a great atmosphere for them and a great atmosphere for our players to play in. They have some talent across the board. It's obviously going to be a tremendous competition for us, and then we'll continue to work on the things that we work on, the little things that we work on, and then hopefully travel well, and then kind of take it from there.
Very good. Now you're a trainer with USAFootball. We notice the blocking penalties being called more closely. You mentioned a couple of penalties called in your game. What are some of the key aspects that USAFootball is trying to encourage this year that you see happening?
Well, I mean, I've spoken about it in a couple of different places, but I believe really overwhelmingly the coach education piece is so key at all levels. And, I mean, there's a lot of rule changes, especially when it comes to striking, it comes to targeting. I mean, there's some things that when we review our film, we can obviously see that there's things that we have to look at a little closer from us and from our opponent. But, when we look at those, and we'll use those for coach education for ourselves and for various levels too. But, when it comes to the coach education, it's a key, because not only is it only about gameplay and about safe gameplay, but it's also about like rules interpretation. The rules are made for a reason. The rules are made to make the game safer. Sometimes the rules could be criticized for being a little bit extreme, but they are still the rules. So you have to be able to not only play within the confine of the rules, but you have to be able to teach within the confine of the rules. And some of the things that we've been doing and working with coaches at various levels are about how to appropriately teach that, how to appropriately deal with that, and how appropriately to go ahead and review that too, and use that for your future education, especially when you feel like in your reviewing a game things don't go your way. You want to make sure that you're appropriately handling that and educating yourself on both the position of a referee, what they're supposed to be looking at, and then ultimately how you can teach better for players to remain safer, remain closer, remain better, and at the same point in time still play within the confines of those rules.
Very good. Football coach here at Maritime College, Vincent DiGaetano, thank you, and best wishes from all of us at the American Legion and RallyPoint.com for your game at Alfred State this week.
And thank you, Ken. Once again, thank you always for everything that you do.
Our pleasure. This is Ken Kraetzer for Sons of American Legion Radio and RallyPoint.com at the Maritime College in Throgs Neck, New York.